And Justin loves to go in and do these knowledge checks, goes down the list, plays a lot of games with these characters to get an understanding. I want to see how that comes together versus a player like Infectious, who's so collected, stuck to his one character, and is here at full power. Justin, obviously, he knows how to play all these characters. It definitely has the power to do so. Here we go.
And this is the kind of character he likes playing, too. The keep away game has been Justin Wong's patented playstyle for years. So we'll see how it plays out. Infectious, kind of the character, kind of the player to dissect the information presented to him, right? He's willing to take those L's just to make those adjustments. He'll take some risky plays here and there. He'll take a little bit of extra damage. But so far, as it stands, he's going to be just fine.
Oh, special delivery.
Justin Wong has to hold that.
Okay. Defense, very, very solid for Justin. Something we've already seen in the earlier weeks of Season 4, right? Anti-air, crouching medium punch, such a great tool to do so.
Yeah,
ooh, tapping them legs.
2 times over. My leg. Yeah, Visco's going to be a pretty good idea for Infectious to kind of move forward and close the gap, or at least find his way out of the corner, so long as Justin Wong's not within range to stop with a whip. Yeah.
Good target, yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, if you duck that, you're going to be just fine, out of harm's way, not even trying to go to the barbecue today.
Big damage. Ain't going to keep that corner with the V-Trigger 2. A lot of V-Trigger 2 we're seeing from Infectious and the Zeku. Needs to be careful. Tries to walk up and bait something out. Justin doesn't take it, though. About 23 seconds left, and the chase is real. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Gets the forward throw. Gets out of the trigger, though, so it's not going to be too much danger. Justin has a lot of damage to do in 15 seconds.
I mean, could possibly do it with a critical art confirm, but at this point in time, maybe not. Yeah, Infectious isn't even going to give it to him. That would have been dangerous. Maybe like, if Justin had gotten a counter hit, it would have been over. Actually, it would have been over for Infectious.
I can tell you right now, Poison dumps damage if she has meter. 3-4 bars. Full CA available for Justin. So if he was able to find a hit, could have made something big. The exact same starter in the second round that we saw in the first. Different ender, of course.
Do you see how high that hitbox tries to catch Zeku, though? I mean, like, that crouching medium punch wasn't going to be enough for the reach and flip, I feel like. I'd have to talk to Cameron about that one. Man, does that exchange ever trade consistently? Or does that ever beat it clean consistently? I feel like you'd have to do it mad early to anti-air Zeku.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the hitbox on that follow-up is actually pretty good. And since you get a combo, it's really kind of... And on top of that, the recovery on it. I don't even know...
Oh, but that's the problem, too. If you happen to catch an angle... A sharper angle at that, you're going to be able to go around that anti-air. And Infectious knew it. He tested it out 2 times. If you take a closer look at that VOD, or at least that round of the VOD, he's intentionally just jumping over and over and over again with different options to see how consistent Justin Wong is going to go to that anti-air option instead of going for like an air-to-air.
Well, with the young Zeku, the thing is, you have to remember that walk speed is going to be a problem. So trying to like consistently anti-air and his jump medium kick is really, really tricky. So that back and forth playing at that range, testing the anti-air is actually a pretty smart choice. Because that foot speed, that walk speed for young Zeku is really going to keep you.
But he's been doing it in old. That's the thing, right? He didn't even transform. So even like talking about young Zeku, it's like, do we even have to go there until it's present, right? Young Zeku is a phenomenal force of nature when it comes to like the ground game, right? His walk speed is impressive. The normals he takes up in that space is really good for damage, but there's something about old Zeku. It's just like, you know, he controls the air pretty well, whether he wants to go there or if he wants to control it, right? He has great anti-air options, way better than young Zeku for sure.
Yeah, and some of the neutral tools too, right? Just because, you know, Justin's going to play further back, so you could just use Cram, right?
Yep.
Has a huge hitbox range, right? And that helps him out. Like, you could stay further back, still corner, back to the corner, but Justin in control and still trying to fight his way in, and it's not working out.
It's so active, too. Justin Wong's trying to find a space to kind of dash forward, or at least move forward after the Gram's been released, except that it stays there for a while.
Yeah.
It is pretty active. Anti-air there from Justin Wong. No follow-up afterwards. Couldn't even get a meaty, unfortunately. And Infectious took advantage of that, taking full control with that throw. Frames afterwards. Still running. Man, the command run just running in Justin's face. I don't know what that could have been, but here comes the activation now. Molotov is not going to hit, but yes, run. Okay.
Yeah, try ready. Standing heavy.
I was going to say, like, if there was a Molotov throw and he's ducking, so it's not going to hit, I should say.
Justin getting a little more active in the neutral. The clock running out. And once again, this life lead at the end of seconds of the round are in Infectious's favor. Goes for the jump and not using the B skill at all to like, no, not even going for a mix-up. And the damage combined with that chip damage, that gray life, more than enough to close out that round. Infectious on set point right here.
It was really unfortunate. Justin actually went for a normal, and you saw Infectious able to throw the startup of that normal looking at match point already. Will we see a clean 2-0, or are we going to see some adjustments from Justin? That is a plus frame scenario, but Infectious choosing the right spots, choosing the right options to jump out and backdash a bunch of times. Like the first time around, actually, no, he blocked. He sat there and blocked it. But this time around, again, finding that jump option.
Oh, nice catch with the crouching heavy punch.
Still back to that gram spacing. Going back and forth between young and old a good amount of times, right? Forward throw now.
And this is more what I was mentioning, right? Now that Justin's getting a lot more control of the neutral, you're seeing a lot more young come out. Wow, I'm not sure about that punish there.
It's not enough. It's not enough to intimidate someone like Infectious. Despite having the life lead, sure, it's going to be great, but again, when you let him run amok as young Zeku, calling in that V skill, man, it's so hard to even contest old Zeku in the air.
Actually still had a chance.
He has, okay.
Okay, all right. You gotta get that together right now. And fortunately enough, even Infectious seems to take him back right now. Dropped the combo himself, you know.
We're starting to see JWong slowly climb back.
Like I said, this pace is kind of what Justin likes to do anyway. Calls in the special delivery.
Oh, Sakamoto now being able to close the gap as well. Throw him down. Checking with a low medium kick, but nothing to follow through afterwards. The gram just within range. That's dangerous, though. That is a big jump in for JWong. Treating it like a fireball, essentially. Excellent V reversal. Get off of me. Now it's young Zeku time. Look at the damage and the corner carry.
Knockdown. Dash up, crouch jab to get it started. Corners himself by accident. Infectious didn't use that wall jump. Justin was kind of looking for it. Not close enough for the crouch and medium. And this is going to be big damage and possibly the
big
set.
Great.
Justin just taking a bit too long to get that game started, man. That's the hard part about this.